Take a stand, LeVar. Who don't stop you? Who don't stop you? And why shouldn't you take your shirt off? You in Miami. You're Super Bowl week. Come on, LeVar. Why shouldn't you take your shirt off? That's it.
That's all they get.
Oh, that's all they get. I got to pay for the rest.
I went two buttons down and I got nervous.
You gotta commit, man.
You gotta commit. But that's the start.
I committed.
That's the start.
I'm too far out of shape.
Yeah.
It was scary.
Anyways, no segue.
That was a joke. I was joking.
We'll get on OnlyFans. We'll get on OnlyFans. Yeah. Little subscription service. Anyways, we heard you on backstage.
Oh,
man.
Come on. I wish I could have did it again, man.
Were you feeling about your performance?
Yeah, I had so many different things. I just didn't want to be offensive.
Oh,
I know, but it's like, I was doing it for the entertainment purposes of it, and I just didn't want to really, Booker T had put a lot of pressure on Samoa Joe, and, I went with a watered down version of what I really wanted to do.
Right.
It was quicker than what I really wanted to do. So we might have to figure out a redo. And I might need to bring y'all with me so that I can really like up the stakes. Because now I'm coming with my crew, and we're gonna flex on you on that.
It does help.
It helps a lot.
Yeah, we are legit hype men.
Yeah.
Like no matter what we say, whether it's good or not,
It might be trash.
it might be. That's
But
right.
we got two other people hype for the album.
And then everybody's like, oh yeah, they're hype. Yeah, that's right.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Co-signing is the best, man. When you got a great co-signer, man, I would like follow me on this, right? Y'all come with me, co-sign here, go. Watch this. This table's red.
Oh! Yeah, with those red papers. He just got you. Everything red paper. Let's go.
Yo, guess what though?
What's up, Chuck?
That water is wet.
Hydration.
Ain't too easy.
Did y'all hear what I said?
What'd you say?
Let me say it again. That water is wet.
Oh my God! Blowing my mind right now. Stay listening. Y'all ain't drinking dry water.
There would have been no way I would have lost promo
You
score
don't lose.
if I had my crew with me.
You want to re-up.
Ladies and gentlemen, another fantastic guest. We have TJ, who's Manzada. What up? What's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The man. Yes, sir. Let's get right into it. You're a big wrestling fan. Grew up a big wrestling fan.
Growing up, it was every Saturday. I can just rattle off names of guys, tag, like British Bulldog, Killer Bees, Hitman Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Ultimate Warrior when he strapped little things. I used to watch wrestling a ton.
That's great.
Yeah, on like every week.
That's one thing that we've noticed, like coming to things like this, or even like just at the NHL All-Star game, like everybody watches wrestling, or they used to watch it. Like everybody was deep in it. Even I know, like Wayne Gretzky, he's telling me all these stories about wrestling. I'm like,
Man, my two oldest daughters, no lie, they piss me off, and I put their ass in the figure four. No lie. I'll put them in the figure four, and I'll be like, what you say? They get smart, I'll push down or I'll put their ass in the iron sheet. So just little stuff like that. And that's all from wrestling.
This is 2020. No more spanking, no more grounding. Y'all get put wrestling moves. I have never ever heard of a parent using wrestling moves for discipline. But that's kind of genius.
I like it. I like it because I can go as light or as heavy as I am. No, not off the couch and elbow.
You put it in a hole. That's too fun. What a good hole.
That bigger board? Boy, they done been in that.
Did you woo with it beforehand? Woo! And then put them in there. You just went straight around. Because you were serious.
I'll get right to it.
It was a disciplinary figure for
Right.
Okay.
While they knew it was coming, so they were trying to kick me as I'm twisting the leg. They weren't strong enough. They weren't strong enough.
Once they do get it, you make that full circle, they're gonna hook you and roll you up for a pin.
See, they ain't got that.
See, I have shin pads on. You know the soccer shin pads? I get my shins and taped up, foam all around it. You do your work, Dad.
All that top rope, dog.
Technician.
Okay.
So okay, so as far as modern day wrestling, we gotta get you in. Gotta get you into it. Everything's a little lot different.
The last wrestler that I really watched was The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H probably a little bit after The Rock,
Yep.
same time, but yeah, I do want to get in it because I want my son to kind of have that experience that I had.
Yeah.
Like no lie, like guys were losing. I thought it was real.
Right.
Yeah.
They were losing. I'm like. So I'm like my son, I wouldn't mind him getting that experience because for me, it was like part of our culture. And y'all know this.
Yeah.
Athletes and entertainers, they basically mimicking what y'all have started or invented or done.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Vice versa, yeah. We talk about that all the time, how you see people in the crowd and how wrestling brings families together. So people, especially parents who might not have been into, who might not be into wrestling right now, they get to have that nostalgic feeling where you know, man, I used to watch, and now you have the kids watching the second generation. You know, like for example, Ric Flair's daughter wrestles now, so you have people who are like, I used to watch Rick. Now the kids are watching Charlotte, you know, so to have that generational kind of, you know, bringing together.
It wasn't much athleticism. Shawn Michaels was a smaller guy.
Yeah.
And then the other dude, Kid.
X-Pac.
X-Pac, yes. But now, it's so many of y'all that's athletic and move like athletes. It's no more just I'm big and strong.
Right.
Kids can relate to that. They can move around and jump around, and it's not, oh, I gotta just be extremely big and strong and Hulk Hogan type.
Yeah.
It's athletics now.
Yeah.
That's what- I've been watching wrestling for a long time.
Yeah.
And so just because of y'all,
Yes.
I'm getting back on it.
Getting back
Yeah,
on.
We got you
I'm
back in.
gonna get my son into it. He gonna have me. Can we go to the wrestling?
Have to get behaving before they get put in some more holes.
He gonna try it on me.
Yeah, put him in the front row. We'll come by and let him know. But listen, you're gonna be in there.
That'll make me day. Yeah,
So,
for sure, man.
Being a wrestling fan growing up and then being a part of the NFL, did you ever find any windows to bring out some sort of wrestling charisma? Do some things.
Nah. I played angry. And so it could be part of wrestling. Like it was never like James, for instance. His reputation was like, don't f with me.
Yeah.
He looked it, and it was just like we ain't messing with him.
Right.
And now that I met him, that was his personality. And so, but nah, I think I'm a cool dude. On the field, I played angry. Whether that was part of growing up watching wrestling, it could be. Because I don't think I'm angry. But yeah, I would say, yeah, anybody that grew up watching wrestling, it's almost like your little alter ego.
Yeah.
Especially as you get older and you realize, like, man, I thought it was you for the whole time. And then you realize it ain't. Yeah, most definitely when I think about it, everybody I think has a different persona because my generation, we grew up on wrestling. That's all we watched, really. Was wrestling. Like, when you missed it, you was mad.
Yeah, man.
You know, they'd have the Battle Royal, and you'd be like, how you know? And you'd be mad about it. And so, you just really, you look forward to wrestling events, how we do the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
In college, like, I look forward to that as a kid. And so, I'm going to get my son looking forward to it.
Hey,
Yeah.
another one.
That's it right there. And because we were able to get a conversion today, we're gonna give you this shirt.
You made the right
you
choice.
I'm a rock.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you again for being on. We appreciate you.
My pleasure.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got our next guest, Cousin Sam.
Cousin Sam.
Cousin Sam.
Together.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Terrific.
Yes.
Cousin
Yes.
You know, I wasn't sure. You said it was the greatest podcast of all time, and then I heard the intro. I was like, there's no doubt.
You know, yeah.
Thank you for the radio.
On the intro, yes. We'll take that. We'll take it.
Appreciate it. So, for people who might not be familiar with you, can you tell them a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Who am I?
I mean, existential
I hate
question.
this. All right, listen. I go by Cousin Sal. My cousin is Jimmy Kimmel. I wrote for him for the Man Show and Jimmy Kimmel Live, and I do pranks for him, on-air pranks for his late night show. And now I do a sports gambling talk show on FS1.
Which I'm very excited about.
Yeah, I have a terrible gambling problem.
I'm starting to find out that I think I do too.
You do.
So, went to the NHL All-Star game. I'm just recently getting into hockey, and my best friend was with me.
Awesome.
And we bet $10 like on every small thing. Who's gonna score next?
Yeah.
We did the skills challenge. Like, okay, over under like 3. I'll make 3 shots, and it was a whole.
Oh,
week.
God bless you. Yeah.
So I think we need to talk.
That's the way to do it. I mean, that thing is like a goal every 25 seconds, right?
Yeah, we're supposed to playing 3.
Sure, right.
Wow.
I want to thank you guys too, because I've racked up quite a bill buying your action figures.
Oh!
I have a 6-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 15-year-old, and every time you guys go to a new fluorescent tights, I have to buy the new one.
Yes,
That's what we
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
right.
That's
we
exactly
need it.
why
Got
we
3 Big E's and the couch cushion, 2 of you in the hammer, Xavier, I'm upstairs. Like, it's ridiculous after a while. Hundreds of dollars. God bless you.
Bro, I'll say one thing. I was so excited to have you on the show
Yeah.
because, as these guys know, like my thing is like prank shows. So like
know.
scare tactics, punked. You know, we were talking earlier about having Swerve on the WWE Network, and everybody on the roster hated it because everyone got pranked.
Right.
I loved it. Every day I come to work, I'd be so happy about pranking people.
Well, I have to say, I have an easy one for you. You guys throw the pancakes, and that's great. And actually, my
Yeah.
kid caught one at State
Oh,
Farm.
nice! Hey, you got good hands.
Huge moment. But I think you switch to Eggs Benedict. You're talking about a prank? You got yolk here, cutaways with yolk, people covering their heads with yolk. It'd be terrific.
Whoa.
Just a thought. You do what you want.
You might be onto something.
We don't realize we're not throwing pancakes to them. We're throwing pancakes at
That's
them.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like during commercial breaks, like the arena will go dark, and they might be showing it slipping on the stuck on the Tron.
Right.
And we'll find people who aren't paying attention and hit them with pancakes, and then the crowd kind of gets into it. And then when they see us hit somebody, they'll all cheer.
Yes.
And the person's texting.
Yeah.
There you go.
I forget where it was. I think it was Indianapolis, and we had a whole bunch of Pacers in the front row. And I went to go throw, and the dude had his cell phone in his hand. Hit his cell phone, knocked it out of his hand. You know, the pinpoint
You got that
accuracy.
shot? I would have loved to see
I
that.
know. I wish you would have got like the video great.
Yeah.
Was it Oladipo? It might have been Oladipo. I don't know. I don't know.
Is that why he's still
They were all
injured?
bad.
Oh, not like 3 years.
Well, we want to give you this shirt.
Oh, beautiful.
I want to say thank you very much.
God bless you.
man.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
This has been a real joy, and I'm going to see you guys later. Oh, well, this tape's whatever, so.
Yeah.
See you on the set, right?
That's right.
Come
Yeah,
by us.
we're around. We're around.
Right.
We're lingering. You know
Thanks
what I'm
so
saying?
much.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for being on. That's
Thanks,
awesome.
dude.
Thanks, fellas.
Yes, so.
All right.
Cousin Sal, baby. Yeah.
And we are back on the pod with our next guest, a man of many skills, man of many accolades. One being that he was part of the Super Bowl champions 2018.
Yeah.
Hurts me.
Yeah.
New England Patriots.
You better enthuse when you say it.
Yeah, you better-
You better.
Guy.
There you
Yeah,
go. Put
Lawrence.
them together. That was so hard for
I
me
just
to
said
say.
it hurt me.
So
It hurt
amazing.
you. I'm from Atlanta.
It makes me so happy.
Yes.
I'm not from Atlanta.
Oh.
Hold on a second.
What you
You
got
won't be
there?
able to see this on the podcast, but I'm taking off. I got the New England Patriots. You know,
Look at that Patriots guy.
React
Looking
Element,
good.
React Element 55s on me. You know what I'm saying? You see it. You see it. I came prepared. Respect. Bam.
And it matches the
Yeah,
shirts.
That's it. You know.
Okay, so you're in the anime.
Yes.
Start an anime club.
Yes.
How's that going?
Oh, it's amazing. You know, we have people come and go. So every time we big in the anime, you come in there, we join the anime club and we talk about it. But it's like there's so many generations happening from age to age. I'm 29, so most people come in. They're like 21, 22. So they're like, "Oh man, have you seen this new Hero Academia?" I'm like, "Nah, not really."
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm like, "Okay." They're like, "What about this?" I was like, "Man, have you seen Naruto?" They're like, "No, I haven't seen Naruto." I was like, "Okay, that's an old one. You kick that in there. They talk about the new Dragon Ball Z. You have to bring up the old Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
You have to bring up GT that nobody wants to talk about."
Right.
They said, "Hey, it never happened." Yeah, it did happen. That was a cool transformation.
Are you a GT guy?
I wasn't. I like the transformations. That's about it.
Transformation.
Yeah.
The storyline was, it was okay.
Yeah.
it wasn't great, but like, you can't just tell me you wish Goku could be a kid, grew the tail back, oh now he's the dope. Super Saiyan 4, ignore that.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you need to bring him back, bring the tail back, Super Saiyan 4, make him into the god. What's the tail? Oh man, he be elite.
Yeah, I actually I watched Dragon Ball from Dragon Ball all the way through, and I skipped over GTs. That's the one thing. I literally like just finished Dragon Ball Super like 2 days ago.
Did you?
So yeah,
Did you like the ending?
I did, man. I knew everyone. Well, spoiler if you haven't watched all of Dragon Ball Super, turn this off right now. But I like the way that you knew they were gonna bring everybody back.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was great, man. And Jiren and his transformation from going from a hero to the bad guy, you know, ultimate bad guy, then selfish. You know what I'm saying? And then being like, you know, having his character just having that rebirth. You know, and they left it open. So I thought it was good, man. I really enjoyed it.
I did too. So I finished it months ago, like months ago, because I have my friends on Crunchyroll. Please don't change your Crunchyroll password. You know what I'm saying? This. I still watch your Crunchyroll here and there. Just logged in a couple days ago to make sure it worked. But as soon as it came up, I watched it. I was like, boom. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I like the way it finished. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go finish GT. So I watched the last 4 episodes of GT. I was like, I'm glad that we took this out the story. Super. But all that being said, that we have this group of athletes that you don't think that are into these certain things. So people don't relate certain much. They're like, oh, they're only into hitting people and
right.
A big manly thing. So, but we got to reach out from Boston Anime. They reach out to us. They asked me if we want to go. I hit up the anime club. Hey, bro, we're going to Boston Anime. They got us tickets in there, so we went up there. We checked everything out. We got a big gamer in our group, Adam Butler. So he went up there, started playing video games up there. We just enjoyed the whole time. And you just saw everybody's faces when we got to meet the voice actors. Tyragon, and we got Inuyasha was the voice actor from him. We got some Power Rangers. We got the voice actor from Pokemon. It was just a great thing. We fanned out on it.
Yeah.
Oh man. So we all shared our stories. I was like, yeah, let me share our stories about how we like you guys. I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Right.
Okay, let me get on about that.
Yeah. That's the thing when you go like freak out for somebody and they freak out for you.
Yeah.
You see that there's so much crossover and stuff. 'Cause I think especially in like the past 4 or 5 years, you start seeing so many more athletes who are comfortable with hey, I'm a nerd. this is what I like. You can like anime, and I'll still bust your ass on Sunday.
Yeah, and the best thing is more relatable. People don't understand. You can relate. It's like in the locker room, we have a equipment manager, and he was like, "Hey man, you in wrestling?" And I said, "Yeah." Like, this is awesome. He thought nobody in the room like wrestling. I told him the whole story, how much WrestleMania, how I grew up on it. He was like, "Oh, this is amazing." He was watching me in the back. He's like, "So can you tell me all these people?" I said, "Yeah, I can tell you all these people." I said, "Let me tell you about the story about when I was at WrestleMania in a little bedroom." And he was like, "Oh man," he just geeked out. From there on, we grew up a great relationship. And he was like, "Man, I never would have thought that you of all people that would be into wrestling." And I'm like, you never know. You just have to just explore, and people will just open up.
Do you have a lot of stories like that when you tell people you're into wrestling or anime?
Oh, of course. Yeah. That's how the anime club came up. We were sitting there talking, and they was like, "Oh, you like this cartoon?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "It's not a cartoon, though. It's an anime." They're like, "Oh." We started going back and back and back. And they're like, "This is great." Then you start getting to the wrestling conversations, and you go to the Attitude Era, and that's what I grew up on, the Attitude Era. So they're like, "Oh man," I said, "Now do you see what the women's division is doing now?" They're like, "What you mean?" I was like, "The way they're wrestling." Like, I was still back in that Attitude Era. It'd be a whole other story. Yeah. But from there, it's like you just grow and grow, and you just understand that people are like, "Hey, I love this stuff." Right. And you're like, "Yeah, we all can relate some type of way." I might be like 8 years older, but it's cool, man. We can watch this TV together. We can talk about the matches. We can talk about a little bit of cartoons and call it a day.
Yeah, we always talk about that, like, kind of breaking barriers in terms of a kid growing up and seeing that you can be whatever you want to be, as opposed to, hey, I have to be this way. I'm a football player, or I'm an African American child. I have to be this. And then when they see people like us doing things that are kind of outside the box, and then they can be like, "Oh, okay, this is an example of somebody, he plays football, but he likes anime. This is great," so you'll be able to like motivate the youth to be able to find themselves and be true to themselves. True. One of the most fulfilling things, man.
It is. Yeah. Trust me, I see it in people's eyes all the time when we show their stories. They're like, "This is amazing. Now I want to go do this." You're like, man, go ahead. You never know.
Right.
Because, most athletes will play football, basketball, whatever, they end up in wrestling. Or they end up in martial arts. So it's like, it's an aspect that's like, hey, man, you want to go do this? You go ahead and do it. Like I said, met a football player, like, we literally hosted everybody for Thanksgiving. We came over, we all said thanks. And he was like, I'll let you guys know, I wasn't going to come to the NFL. I said, what are we going to do? He was like, I'm going to become a gamer. Yeah. I said, you going to be a gamer? I was like, you're like 6'5", 300 pounds. You going to be up there gaming? He said, yeah, man, I was a beast at it. He said, but I took the opportunity to come to this training camp, and he made a team, and he had 3 great years. He said, I'm glad I made the decision not to become a gamer to do this. I said, what happened when you retire? He's like, I'm going to become a gamer.
Yeah.
I was like, I understand. I said, now you got another avenue.
That's the track. You always try to talk to people about what they're doing outside of their current profession, especially being an athlete, because same deal as us, like, we only have X amount of years we can do this. Your bodies break down.
True.
Our bodies are not supposed to go through these things. So, all right, man, that's all the time we got with you. We appreciate you so much for being on.
Appreciate you guys having me.
This is great, man. Awesome. Keep the Anime Club alive.
Yes, sir.
Well, let me get a shirt.
All of
I want that shirt. I need that shirt.
It's my shirt. It's my
shirt. I need it.
Hell of a day, boy.
I had to be composed, but there's so many guys that we grew up watching and like idolizing, and we just started having a conversation with them, just sitting here, just talking with them like it's normal.
It is wild. I can't believe it. This is gonna be one of the nights, like, I guess this might sound corny, but I'll be laying in my hotel room just thinking about how unbelievable this is. Like, as a kid, if I were to tell myself that you were going to be having, a conversation with LeVar Arrington for your podcast, a conversation with James Harrison for your podcast, like, I would have slapped myself in the face.
What are you talking about?
No, I said older me talking to younger.
I feel like younger me first would ask, what's a podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're opening invitations to slap you,
I'll give an open invitation to slap worse.
Try me.
Oh, shout out.
Later.
Yeah,
No, but you're right, man. Like, legit, James Harrison is like one of the guys that I looked up to when I was like still playing. Like similar height, just brolic as he want to be. Man goes by Debo, and who won't tell him not to go by Debo? Look at him, he is Debo.
He's huge.
He is Debo. But it's pretty dope to be on South Beach just talking to some NFL legends, just hear me. Yeah. Also, Cousin Sal, he's not an NFL legend, but he's a legend in his own right. Yeah.
I love what he does.
Right. He couldn't play a lick in the NFL though. He couldn't play a single
I would
down.
say you ain't seen his athletic ability. Now.
Exactly.
Don't judge him by his cover.
I mean, look at him. Don't judge him by his cover. Give Cousin Sal a position. What position do you think he
What
succeeded?
position did Pete Rose play?
That's baseball, bro.
Did you say NFL only?
We are here for the Super Bowl. We're talking about the NFL. I said NFL legend. Yes.
Pete Rose. What does that have to do with anything?
You said he doesn't look like he's athletic. Did you not?
At one point he did.
Yeah. What?
Pete Rose. What are you talking about, Pete Rose?
Pete Rose, legend.
Oh, the gambling, because Sal has the gambling thing.
Connection.
And Pete Rose had all the issues with
Exactly.
gambling.
My jokes are on another level. That's why y'all don't laugh all the time.
No, nice try. Nice try.
No. Trust me, I understand.
Rose.
Yes. We talked about gambling because of Sal. Anyway, like you said, so we're down here with NFL players. What are you doing? I'm talking about the Super Bowl.
Your rambling ass, man.
I'm doing it. That was our recap today with all the awesome people from the NFL that we talked to. Thank you to Fox for letting us use this awesome space. Thank you to everybody who came through for the podcast. Y'all are incredible. Follow them on socials. And we want to make sure you guys follow us on socials too. You can catch me on the Instagram and the Twitter at Xavier Woods PhD.
And you can catch me outside. How about that?
Hey!
Dated.
Wow,
What?
wow.
Social media at True Kofi on Twitter and at The True Kofi on the Instagram.
Yeah, and I'm at WWE Big E on Instagram and on Twitter, but don't worry about all that.
And next week on the show, we're going to have my friend, my high school buddy, my wrestling partner from high school, Anthony Shropshire, and he's also my financial advisor as well as Ease. Yeah,
that's right.
He's going to tell us all different stories about, a young Kofi. He's going to put me over. He's going to tell you how great I was in high school. He's going to tell you about all those stories
About me? No. I don't want that. I want all the embarrassing stories.
I don't embarrass.
You got embarrassing stories.
Yeah.
You don't embarrass?
I don't embarrass.
You got stories about chairs? What'd you do to chairs?
Yeah.
Chairs?
Yeah. Did the chair get?
Chair get
Chair?
what?
It's a reference to what we did before.
Trump
man.
is not talking about that. Trump is gonna put me over. That means give me compliments. Listen to him do that.
Put the chair over.
On the next episode. The chair will not be a part of the episode. If Trump talks about the chair in the next episode, I will evict him from the building personally.
Evict.
That's right, evict.
If you want to check that out, which I know you do, make sure to subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts, plural. Make sure to give us all the good reviews, the best reviews, because it helps us. Really appreciate it.
Make sure to choose your preferred streaming service, hit subscribe, give us a 5-star give us a 5-star review on Apple. Stop it. Give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts to help get the word out. If you like the show, please share the podcast with your friends, with your auntie, your uncle, your daddy, your mama, and all the good people you know.
Everyone.
Yeah. But with the crescendo, though, man, can we talk about the crescendo? Okay, let's not talk
get to it.
Okay, and if your friends don't know how or where to listen to the podcast, you can show them. I mean, it's as simple as Googling The New Dave, Feel the Power, and you'll see lots of different ways to listen to them, and all of them for what? The free. And that's not a deal.
That's a steal.
Android users, make sure to follow the show on Spotify, Stitcher, Pandora, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts, plural again, so you never, ever miss an episode. Because if you do, we're going to have problems.
Big problems.
Thank you for listening.
Big problems.
Juicy problems.
Big
Meaty problems.
Thank you very much. We'll see you guys next time.
This has been an original WWE podcast. The following program is an original WWE podcast.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Welcome to the greatest podcast of all time, entitled The New Day. Feel the power, baby! Ladies and gentlemen, we have a hell of an episode set up for you. As you guys know, we met one of E's childhood friends a few episodes ago.
Boy, Big Juicy Rashad.
Rashad, shout to Rashad. This episode, we're gonna meet one of Kofi's childhood friends.
Yeah.
Sir, would you mind introducing yourself and saying a few words so we know who you are?
Well, my name is Anthony Shropshire. It's great to be here with you fine gentlemen. I'm a big fan of everything that you guys do. It's an honor, privilege.
You got a brown nose.
Yeah. Let a brown nose. Let a brown nose.
An extraordinary opportunity to sit
Too much.
Hey, come on, man. Take a compliment, bro.
in your presence today.
There you go. That's my dog. That's my dog.
How much did Trump pay you to do that?
Come on, man. He nailed it.
Trump
Nailed
too
it.
much.
Yeah.
Okay, so how'd you guys meet?
So actually, we met in high school. Went up to school in Massachusetts. So I'm from the Bronx originally, and I was very fortunate to get accepted to a nonprofit program that takes inner city kids and placed them in schools all across the country. So I went from the Bronx, and my parents had me when they were about 15, 16 years old, in a very underprivileged place, and went to Winchester, Massachusetts, and went to high school and made up about 50% of the population of people of color in my class.
Legit. He's not joking. He's not joking.
That's right. So, to my dismay, about 6 months after going to school, I saw another familiar face in the hallways.
Just searching the halls for months.
Is this a mirror? Is anyone else seeing this?
And to my dismay, that person ignored me.
What?
Wow.
Kofi, sir?
He said there can only be one.
I didn't mind barbershop quartet group. I didn't mind woodshop class. You get out of here.
In all fairness, I didn't know if you were real. You know, I didn't know if you might have been a mirage. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I was like a foot shorter than you, so
I don't know. You know, it could have been a mirage.
So long.
No, it can't be. No, it can't be. But now, like you were saying, man, there are very few people of color. I think Winchester High School at the time was like 90-some% white. You know?
More than that.
Yeah, it had to have been more. So I mean, and that's not a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? But it just was what it was. So it was cool to have y'all come and infiltrate the town. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like if they're invaders.
Yeah. Oh, we coming.
There goes the neighborhood.
Uh-oh, we got another one. You know? Oh, it's cool.
Okay, so you guys meet. Kofi, you ignore him. And did you guys remember how you actually sparked a friendship?
There was really no.
You're not friends now. You just went to high school with Kofi. You knew about it.
I saw him in high school. He slapped my books out of my hands. Keep it moving.
Bully Kofi.
You lied on me.
Kofi.
You lied on me, Shop.
So actually, I went out for wrestling. So you know, coming from the Bronx, I thought I could play basketball. I thought I was gonna be like, you know, Spud Webb or Muggsy Bogues or something. And you know, I rode the pine in basketball for 2 straight years.
Thought you were coming out like Fresh Prince.
Yeah. And the wrestling coach was just trolling me, like, look, man, there's a spot for you on this team. You know, there's no spot for you over there. So I finally came out for wrestling my junior year, which was Kofi's senior year. Mm-hmm. And he was the captain of the wrestling.
Wow, so he was an upperclassman. And that's why he knocked your books out of your hands and hazed you.
Just generally ignored me.
Is this legit? We didn't know each other? No.
You didn't really interact with me.
I didn't. No.
You weren't, you weren't mean. You just,
comes out.
you know.
No, senior. We wrestled for more than 1 year together, no?
No, 1.
Are you kidding me?
I wrestled just 2 years, your senior year.
Wow. You saved my memories, man.
No. Bro, we're talking like 2 decades ago, though.
We're talking over 20 years ago.
With you, we talk about like 3 months ago. You said, "Oh, that was like 2012, right?" I said, "I did not know this, man." Oh, well, yeah. I apologize for ignoring you.
No, but it's great because I got to learn a lot from you and about you in that 1 year. Demystified a lot of things.
Bruh.
A lot of things demystified.
What were some of the myths that you heard?
Well, I just didn't know who he was. I didn't know what he was doing. Never saw him.
He's just this like wayward figure in the halls. You can only get your clips between 115 and 128.
Yeah.
Just real pompous. Just nose up, not talking to anybody.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's so weird because I feel like our friendship, you know, I feel like we've known each other for so long, and now we have.
Yeah, we have.
You know, but
sure.
even back in the day, I felt like, I don't know, we must have really bonded on that wrestling team.
We did.
It must have been a hell of a year for us.
I have a great question for you.
What's
what
that?
year did you get that tattoo?
This?
Yeah.
So this was.
Which one?
He's talking about the poopy tattoo on my arm. Yeah, you know, I'm trying to keep it PG here. This was right after senior prom. And we went to New Hampshire. We went to, what was the name of the beach? I forget, I don't know. But after senior prom, everyone went to New Hampshire, and everyone was supposed to get tattoos after. And I was like the only one that got a tattoo. I walked into the tattoo shop. I said, looked at the wall. Yeah, number 52A. Is that a tribal tattoo? Put it on my arm. And he put it on my arm. And here we are.
So that couldn't have been senior year because you had it in high school.
No. Oh, because we had prom in like January, and then the graduation wasn't until.
Got it.
You know,
that's what it was.
So yeah, or whatever that month was.
So let me tell y'all something. This man, what was your weight class when you were a senior?
Senior year,
Yeah.
I wrestled 130s.
Okay.
Yeah.
So look, Kofi wrestled 130 pounds. Do you know what the arms look like of a person who's 130 pounds, who's his height? Just real thin. Let me tell you that this man was walking through the hallways of high school. He could have been Big E. Just strutting down, walking real slow, head's always high. Always had like extra Vaseline on his arms, so it was like super shiny.
It's got the tattoo's got a heel now.
Yo,
you know?
he took himself so seriously. Really? The tat. But so like there was always this undertone of like I don't take myself seriously. So you guys get some of that like right now in real life, right? Like he knows when to turn it on and turn it off. But like the 2 minutes between when you walk from class to class, Kofi's stuck. He's walking slow, head high, right? Like
rush, no.
I never pictured you as a jock.
Me neither.
I don't
Bullying
think
people, shoving people in the locker room, swirling.
Come on, Strap.
Wearing your leather jacket all the time.
Not like this.
I didn't mean to put you on the defensive, but they asked me to tell the truth.
I guess. Look, I mean, I thought I was cool with everybody. I wouldn't consider myself to have been a jock. per se. I mean, I played sports, not 3 seasons. You played 3 seasons, right? You played 3 seasons. I played 2. So if anyone was a jock,
What else did you play?
I'm just saying that. When you talking about being a jock, I didn't play.
What other sports did you play?
I wrestled, played football, and that was it.
That's enough. Yeah.
But you played 3, so you want to, I guess you said I was a jockey, not you. Never mind. So,
I'll see you revert back to your old way.
No, I'm just saying.
Like the constant contradiction, right?
New Day Rocks!
Guys, look around you. We're living in a wireless world.
And you know what that means.
Everyone doesn't want, they need a great pair of wireless earbuds.
But wisen up and don't go dropping hundreds of dollars on a pair.
You need to check out the wireless earbuds from Raycon.
Raycon earbuds start at near half the price of its competitors.
And Raycon's latest model, the E25, is their best yet.
I'm talking 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, all of the bass, and a more compact design.
Because we're all about that nice noise isolating fit.
Yeah, plus we're always on the go over here. They're perfect for taking calls anywhere in our non-stop lifestyle.
Yep, and the company was co-founded by Ray J, and even celebs like Snoop are obsessing over Raycon.
So what you waiting for? Pick up a pair and see what the hype is all about.
Now's the time to get the latest and greatest from Raycon.
Get 15% off your order at buyraycon.com/newday.
That's buyraycon.com/newday for 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds.
buyraycon.com/newday. Guys, can we talk about something serious for a minute?
If you're going to talk about hair loss, then that is serious.
It most definitely is. 66% of men start to lose their hair by age 35. Once you notice thinning hair, it may be too late, which is why you should cut to the serious treatment and get Hims.
Now that's serious.
At 4hims.com, you get a one-stop shop for hair loss.
Plus, they also have skincare and sexual wellness treatments for men, so your health is covered from head to toe.
Thanks to science, baldness can be optional.
Hims is helping guys be the best version of themselves with licensed physician and FDA-approved products to help treat hair loss.
No more awkward in-person doctor's visits or long pharmacy lines.
That's because Hims was created by a guy who knows some men's health conversations are easier online than in person, which is why Hims connects you to real doctors online.
Just answer a few quick questions a doctor will review, and if they decide it's right for you, they prescribe you medication that's shipped right to you.
Dive into 2020 hair first.
I see what you did there.
Right now, our listeners can get started with their first month free. Go to 4hims.com/newday. That's FORHIMS.com/newday.
Not all services or products are available in all 50 states. Prescription products require completion of an online medication consultation with an independent physician through the Hims platform and are only available if approved by the doctor. Offer valid only if prescribed. 3-month minimum subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information while supplies last.
Remember, that's 4hims.com/newday.
So, as a teammate,
Sure, that's a friend.
A pseudo friend or friend?
Friends.
Friend, okay.
Confidant.
Okay, you guys at this point
We
are
became cool.
close.
Yeah, he was a great leader, great captain of the wrestling team. You guys have seen Kofi do some pretty incredible things, right? Very athletic, very coordinated, can like maneuver his body in a lot of different ways and has a lot of good body control. Let me be very clear, that only translates to wrestling. I saw this man with one of those orange balls that you're supposed to put in a hoop, and it was an abomination. I've never seen anybody look more unathletic, more uncoordinated. Yo, your basketball game is awful.
I know, bro.
Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes.
I thought I was pretty good, man. And it's funny because we were talking about like riding the pine on the basketball bench. I remember trying out for the basketball team. I think it was like 8th grade, and just looking at everybody and being like, God, they're so much better than me. Oh my God, I was fast, you know. If I could like, I was all right hand, no left whatsoever. But I'll sprint all the way, break away, steal the ball, and sprint. I beat everybody, and go for the layup. supposed to softly touch it in, have some touch, bang, off the back of the backboard. Bro, at least like 5 times a game, I'm just like, oh my God. I thought I was fast. I thought, like they would put me on the basketball team. I never made it.
Was there a situation where they saw you and like, oh, he's gonna be real good
in basketball?
That everybody's just disappointed.
No, there were too many shooters on the team, man.
So yeah. just understand, there are no people of color in this town, right? And there's him. Right? And there's stereotypes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Where they expecting you to just be like the GOAT, like their new savior.
So yeah, we talk about breaking stereotypes in a positive way and in a negative way. He was just like letting us down.
You know what though? This doesn't surprise me. because Woods and Cole.
Wait, don't tell me. No, tell it. You played one on one against the men. Tell that story.
No, tell it 2-on-2. No, 2-on-2.
Let's start with this one. Let's start with the time that y'all played basketball. Who y'all play? Bo?
Bo Tesoro.
Bo Tesoro. Yeah, tell them all.
So we played basketball. We're at the gym and like at LA Fitness or something. They have a basketball court. We'd been running through like Cesar just being good at everything. And for whatever reason, I don't know what sparked this idea of playing basketball. I think maybe we were gonna play, and then they came in. Like, oh, we'll play like a 2-on-2.
I think it's even the opposite. I think they were trying to we came, which is even worse. Which is even worse.
And we played the first to 11, and I don't think we scored once. Bo with his big ham-hock hands just pushing us out the way. And Cesaro making breakaways, passing to Bo. Bo shooting threes. Like, we had literally no chance. Like the worst basketball team ever.
He plays so hard, man. And it's supposed to be like a recreational game of pickup basketball. And he's playing like it's the NBA Finals. Boxing people out. You know what I mean? He played too hard, man.
And then
you can't get mad at him for trying.
I'm mad.
He was trying real hard.
He was trying too hard.
Too hard.
Is that the one y'all played for the kids?
No, that was
him and Miz.
Yeah, which is awesome.
So we'll tell that story. You go ahead. You can give your history.
Yeah, man. Oh God. So this was actually in at Reds in Louisiana.
Oh, right? Yeah.
Lafayette. Great, one of the greatest gyms ever.
I left to come and get you, didn't I?
I don't know.
You might have.
I can't remember.
I came to get somebody so this would go down.
I'm never here for these because I decided to live. I let y'all do that tomfoolery. All that tomfoolery y'all do. Like, I know my limitations. Let's go play basketball.
And I remember, and I always try to preface it with this reason or excuse, but even if it wasn't true, like, it wouldn't have affected my game. So I had just done deadlifts and legs on the same day, and then as I'm leaving, Miz comes in, and he wants to play some basketball. Well, we got a basketball court over here. All right, let's play. We're in the middle of the summer, so we go to the court, and there's like a summer camp going on. So we have all these kids, and how cool is it that these kids get to see, WWE superstar Kofi Kingston and The Miz playing basketball here. Let's gather around. I'm talking about like 100 kids, bro, and they're over, surrounding us. We're playing a game. I think it was just to like 7 or 11.
Did you have anxiety?
I mean, I not in the beginning, not in the beginning, but then as the game started to progress, if you want to call it progress. So we get to, going back and forth or whatever, and none of us can hit a shot. Neither of us can hit a shot. It's like probably 10 minutes in. It's supposed to be a game to probably 7. It's 0-0. And you can see the kids who are excited to see their favorite WWE superstars getting dejected one at a time. It's crazy. And they just look and they're just like, just leave it. You know what I mean? And
we start at their legit at a summer camp.
It was so
they
bad.
Have literally nothing else to do but watch this game. And they walked away.
They still walked away.
Because it was so bad.
Can you imagine?
Display.
Bro, and I'm trying to think, as a WWE fan, if I would have seen, Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker in a game of basketball, I would be like, oh my God, I can't wait to watch this. Wow, I'm so close to these guys. And then for me to walk away, the game must have been so bad. Even worse than I felt when I was playing it. And my back is hurting and I'm struggling and I'm trying not to look blown up and I don't want to put my hands on my knees and show that I'm tired or fatigued, because these kids play the 21 full court all the time. I'm playing a 7 half court and struggling and I can't hit a shot and I'm playing the Miz.
So Miz, man.
So I can't lose.
That's the thing too.
I can't walk away.
It's the Miz.
You
can look at the Miz and tell he can't hoop.
This was like the longest game of basketball.
It was so long, just unathletic display, poor, no skill, just awful. And I wanted to walk away, but because it was the Miz and I would never hear the end of it, I could not walk away. I was physically dying. I ended up winning. There's actually a good picture that I tweeted. and it has Miz who's going for a ball, and he's diving on the ground. He's in like kind of like a fetal position, holding the ball, and I'm standing over him. You know, so it makes it look like I dominated the game, but in actual fact, as you can see, there's no one in the background on that shot.
Yeah.
Because all the kids walked away.
Okay, so you guys were on the same wrestling team.
Sure.
So how were meets Fridays, Saturdays?
Well, Kofi was a great motivator, especially as a team captain. He knew exactly the opposite thing to say to you to get you to do what you need to do. Shropshire, get on your back. Well, Shropshire, this guy's going to send you back to the Bronx. What is this? Shropshire, what are you doing?
Fuck.
Because you know, sometimes you'll have a tournament, right, and the coach can't be at both matches at the same time. So me being the captain, coach, you go coach Strop, I'll go coach over here. All right, coach. So now I'm telling Strop, you know, I'm trying to coach him up, you know. Strop is out there struggling. He claims that he heard me say, Strop, go to your back, go to your back. I claim.
You said it.
Didn't say that.
Yo, did you just say that? Why would I say it?
For people who
Because
aren't
you're trolling me.
accustomed to amateur wrestling, that's how you lose. Yes. That's the whole opposite of amateur wrestling. Yes.
Bro, you must have misheard me, you know. I feel like you've embellished this story over the years, okay? But that's not what I said.
But
And Strop got pinned,
multiple
and he came
people.
over.
There's multiple people who saw it and heard it.
I refuse to. I
Candle
know,
of a
sir.
lifetime.
We can beg to differ.
You think that I would make you, I want to cost the team points by telling you to go to your back?
No, it would be against like this. So like I wrestled 112 pounds. So I was big. I was like the big E of 112 pounds. If that makes any sense, right? So like it would be like the first round against the scrawniest kid who like barely could get to the weight class. I was blatantly gonna dominate the kid, and Kofi would just troll me, right? Like, so it's just kind of funny, right?
From being around him normally, I didn't know about the trash talk and the level, the extent that he goes into when he's actually in the zone talking trash. I didn't realize that until Up, Up, Down, Down. And the first time that we like played video games together, like for real competitively, and now that like to me unlocked a different Kofi that I didn't know existed. So has this always existed? Has he always done this to people?
Yeah. So he has a unique ability to get in your head because he knows what to say and how to demoralize you from the inside and out. And the worst part about it is that he's so articulate with the words that you can't even keep a straight face. You're like, you got me. I'm already finished. So in wrestling, we used to like the way we practice. Like one person would stand in a circle and rotate. So I'd get everybody. And since I wrestled 112, I'd wrestle against him, and I was done before it even started. Right. Fast forward many years, I'm a professional now, and I got Xbox Live. I'm trying to play some Madden. I'm trying to play some Street Fighter. And like, the trash that is coming out of his mouth, it's poetic. But it gets you so mad, right? And so you're trying so hard to just, like, imagine playing Madden and having somebody just like punish you, running the ball up the gut, and you can't stop it, and you're just constantly trolling you. Like, you want to throw your controller across the room, right? And so, you know, we're always able to keep in touch based on video games. And that's kind of how we were able to stay in touch.
It's something that we, I'll say at times, unfortunately, deal with, because I've said many times, I'll say it again, Kofi is the worst winner and worst loser I've ever met in my life. If he wins, it's the greatest day in the history of days ever. But then if he loses, he always knows exactly what to say to make your win, like, unjustified.
Yeah, he cheapens it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, great job. I mean, the controllers were weird, but I mean, it's good job.
He's a horrible sport.
Oh,
Yes, the worst.
Like even in things like I recently rewatched the pool video. It brings me so much joy. He knows.
He looks so confused.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's trying to play it off. But he knew I don't play pool. I don't really know the rules of pool. And the way this man spoke to me, the way he degraded me, didn't try to encourage me a little bit at all. But this is a thing he does. And then somehow, by some fluke, I ended up winning. And he wouldn't even let me enjoy the win. He was trying to cut off the episode, but he does this all the time.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we always laud Kofi as this great leader.
Always.
Everyone in the locker room, one of the most beloved people in the locker room you'll ever meet in wrestling. This man is just talked about as one of the greatest people ever. And when you play him in a video game, you think,
That sounds...
I can't help it. You know, I can't help it. For me these days, like video games as an outlet, especially not competing, you know, in I guess real sports. You know what I'm saying?
Real?
Sir, you know? It's different.
Just respect.
I'm just saying.
Respect your
I'm just saying.
Jump around. Yes, that's what makes my mouth lose. Feed my family with this. Yeah, real sport. Yeah, that's how real it is. That's how real is this
I'm just saying it's different. It's different. So it's my outlet, man. And it's weird because like I never like talk trash like that playing football or like in a wrestling match.
Sounds like you did.
I mean, maybe like, you know, BSing around in practice, but when it came down to it, like, like on the mental, you know.
Really?
No.
All business.
I'm a good sport.
I will.
I'm a good person, okay? And you come out and you try to soil my name because I try to tell the truth.
He's doing it now, yeah.
Because I try to tell the truth
It's that condescending tone that we all know too well.
Voice.
He's doing it again. He's the one on the back foot. Whoa.
Yeah.
Want me to go a little higher? You want me to go lower? I mean, come on, that's my voice, bro. Condescending.
Speaking of your voice,
yeah.
So knowing Kofi for so many years,
yeah.
What was it like the first time you saw him on TV with a Jamaican accent?
I remember where I was. I remember where I was. I was in California at a bachelor party many years ago, and I think it was on like YouTube, and it was like, I am Kofi Nahashi Kingston Xiao Wai. I'm like, yo, this dude is from Ghana. This dude is like a Red Sox fan. There's nothing Jamaican about this guy at all. And why does he have little dreads? What is happening right now? He always had like a Caesar or something, right?
Man.
It was a little bit difficult to find like a real legit barber up in high school where we were because like, you know, it was just tough to cater to our marketplace. But you know, he always kept a clean cut, but yeah, it was like outrageous.
Side note, I mean, not to go off on a tangent, but talking about like having short hair for all those years, and then in 2006 I started growing out my dreads. I started getting like a little bit of hang time in like 2007, you know, almost 2008, and I'm like, oh my God, like I've been messing up all these years. You know what I'm saying? And like even now, you know, people are like, oh, well, why did you dye your hair? And I say 2 words: hereditary baldness. Okay, because it's coming for us all. You know what I'm saying? You take a walk around this office and you look around and you see, I'm saying, no, it is necessary. Because Mother Nature is right here. You understand? Yes, it happens to us all. Mother Nature is very cruel to us as men. You know, erectile dysfunction, okay? Understand that? Hold on. Hereditary baldness, okay? And then all of a sudden you get to be an age where your hair just starts leaving you. It starts leaving you. And then you don't have the option. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the option. And I'm mad that all these years that I spent with this Caesar, you know, with this short hair. Because one day you're not going to have the option. You have to have short hair, you know? That's a tangent.
How dare you say that? Yeah. You said 2 things. You said erectile dysfunction and hereditary. There's nothing else in between. Not leading up to this. Those 2 are
these are things, and these are the ways that Mother Nature is cruel to us as men. So I tell all the kids out there, kids that have a whole head of hair, okay, dye your hair, put it in the mohawk. You know what I'm saying? Make a silly haircut. It'll grow back because one day it's not going to grow back. You know, do all the things that you can do with your hair while you can do it.
How dare you say that in front of Schrock? And back there is Wortman, who
am I not keeping it real
as the day is long. And how dare you speak?
You hurt a lot of egos.
Am I not keeping it real right now?
Is this the episode when everybody realizes that he's a jerk?
Wait. I didn't say Schrock. You did. Since you brought it up. Let me ask you a question, Schrock. Hey, do you miss your hair? Do you miss having hair?
Are you trying to
I'm not hurt. I'm just saying.
Yes, of course.
Yes. So while you're young and you have your hair, do what you can while you can with it. Because one day.
My hairline used to be by my eyebrows.
Bro, it's like playing red light, green light in the mirror. red light, green light in the mirror, okay? You look in the mirror, oh, red light, you come back, green light, and then you go right, and all of a sudden your hairline just ran back a couple inches, you know? You come back, green light, red, and your hair going back a few more millimeters, and then all of a sudden your hairline is in the back of your head, like Jerry Rice when he was with the Racing in the boardroom. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. So I know.
For the salute at the back of their head.
No, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to do what you can with your hair while you have it. I'm sorry to go off on a tangent.
No, you gotta just speak your truth.
Okay?
That's not right though. Speak your truth.
I'm dead ass, bro.
Yeah, I used to think, man, my barber took it back too far.
Oh.
Man, the mirror's off today. It took me a couple months ago to realize, man,
it's Mother Nature. She's
name.
cruel to us.
I still blame it on the lady doing the vignettes the one time. I haven't touched my hairline since. It's stayed in the same place.
So I have a question about hair. So when you had a lot of hair, when you were in WWE, who told you it was okay to have pigtails?
And again, so actually this kind of started off as a joke because we used to be overseas and we were just becoming heels, you know, bad. I'm just like, and everyone's like, oh, well, Kobe's never gonna be a bad guy. No one's ever gonna boo him. I'm like, man, what would be like really obnoxious as a man to do? I'm gonna come out with pigtails. I remember it in Europe, and I just put my hair in pigtails, and everyone was like, oh, and it became a thing, you know. And now we got action figures with pigtails on. You know what I'm saying? So one day I'm not gonna be able to have pigtails, okay?
You could be like Coolio.
No.
Yeah. Coolio joint is gone.
That's
Still holding on.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Bro, the fact you stuff. I mean, gosh, you see people sprinkling dust in their hair.
Name
okay?
them.
You know.
Zack Ryder.
Come on,
No, you brought it up.
You know, you know.
We gotta be honest.
If you know, you know.
Don't
The
put
extent-
gets right.
Let this man have his time.
I love Zack, but if you brought it up,
Hey,
name names.
I said there's certain.
We name names.
You're sprinkling dust on your bald spot, and you don't want to let it go. You want to hold on to it. For
Why
me,
you coming at Zack like
for
that?
me, I wasn't gonna name names. I wasn't gonna name names. You know, I don't want to get into that fight. When it's time to go, it's time to go. I'm not wearing the what called the horseshoe. The horseshoe.
Why not?
The horseshoe. No.
With the dreads?
I'm
The
letting
George
it go.
Jefferson. The George
Yeah,
Jefferson.
George Jefferson. I'm not
With the
doing that.
dreads?
When my stuff starts going, it's gone. All right. It's been real. You know,
So you think if you're still on television and your hair starts going back a little bit, you're cutting the whole thing off?
hair versus hair match, losing.
I don't know if I believe you.
I don't
That's
believe
right.
it. You holding
Hair
on.
versus
You
hair
are.
match. I'm not holding on.
You are.
Oh no, I'll tell you.
How far back is too far?
Yeah.
When is it over?
Give us a line with a Sharpie and once it
What,
goes in.
another inch? Another...
That's so far. You're not gonna let it go through there.
No, you can't draw a line on the scalp. Okay, it's not like drawing a line in the sand. Okay, you can't draw a line on the scalp. When it's, you just know when it's time. It's
Yeah,
time.
when you literally can.
When you are when you're sprinkling stuff. My God. Okay, the extent that people go to fight Mother Nature is hard. Man.
Do you think that a receding hairline has anything to do with diet?
I could.
Because
I don't
from what
know.
I understand, you know a lot about Kobe's diet in high school. We know a lot about his diet currently. He eats nothing.
Great segue.
Thank you.
That's right. You saw me point at it. You couldn't hear it on the mic, but I pointed at him. And he
You
did a great
forcefully
segue.
enough.
Yeah.
So when we tried to get Kobe stuff for his birthday, we tried to get him a cake one year. We were like, oh, we can't eat cake. We can't eat like chocolates. He can't eat all this stuff. So we just got him huge bags of Skittles. Because he's put so many things by the wayside. What was his diet like in high school?
It was normal. It was terrible. It was, I don't know what you did when you were trying to make weight and stay in shape, but I know what we ate after every single match. We went straight to McDonald's. This man got Big Macs, 20-piece nugget.
Big Birds.
He used to get the McFlurry with the Butterfinger.
What is a Big Bird?
Remember Big Birds? Yeah, man.
At McDonald's?
No.
No. It was like it's like a restaurant. It was like breakfast.
Like an IHOP.
Yeah, we would just go there. He would get waffles, pancakes, sausages. We would eat till our stomachs were hurting, and we would laugh. We'd be so happy, right?
I'm so happy.
We're so happy.
Bro,
Like, oh my
You
God.
how open this whole.
Do you remember? Okay, so Burger King used to have those Cinnaminnies.
Yeah.
And do you remember
Yeah.
the commercial? So that came out like mid-season. I can't eat that mid-season, you know? I gotta wait until, after a tournament or something. And the commercial, la 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 la, la 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 la. And bro, I remember just watching it and just salivating like, bro, as soon as I get out of this tournament, I'm going straight to Burger King.
So,
I remember
yeah.
you, me, and Nagel in the back of the car.
So it was always, so we had a buddy who had a car, and we would like take the bus to the match, and we were like, no, we're gonna go home with him. But we didn't even want to get on the bus back to school we're getting in someone's car and going straight to Burger King. And it was like, it was only 4 seats, and everybody was fighting to get in that 4th seat. Everybody wanted to come to McDonald's. And we were just like eating, we were so happy. And we were like, oh, I got like a giant Gatorade. Oh, it's so good. I'm so thirsty, right? Like, you always remember being so thirsty. And, you know, we get the McFlurries. And
the McFlurries! Oh! Oh, the McFlurries.
We were just crushed and felt terrible. Like, when you're watching your diet for like a week and then you just explode McDonald's into your bellies, that is bad injection. That's bad. Yeah.
See, I can't imagine you even like smelling that stuff and not throwing up.
Our whole car smelled like McDonald's.
It was bad.
It was awesome. It was a great time. We had a lot of fun. And that was about the only time I saw Kofi have fun in high school. Good segue, Shroud.
It's a new day. Yes, it is. Credit card companies alert you to suspicious card activity. Your car alarm alerts you to attempted break-ins. And one too many attempted logins on your email account, and the system goes on lockdown.
So why wouldn't you protect your home with the same level of security?
That's why Simply Safe was created.
If there's ever a break-in, Simply Safe uses real video evidence to give police an eyewitness account of the crime.
That must help the police get a jump on it, right?
You know it. That means police dispatch up to 350% faster than a normal burglar alarm.
And Simply Safe makes it easier for you to keep an eye on your home with outdoor cameras and doorbells that alert you to anyone that approaches.
Plus, they also protect your home from fires, water damage, and even carbon monoxide poisoning.
You get all of this for just 50 cents a day with no contrast.
Visit simplysafe.com/newday. You'll get free shipping and a 60-day risk-free trial.
You've got nothing to lose. Go now and be sure you go to Simply Safe, SIMPLI safe.com/newday so they know our show sent you.
That's simplysafe.com/newday.
So you've seen Kofi in his Jamaican gimmick. He's been doing it on the roster for a while. Been successful, won championships. He starts his first like big angle with like Randy, destroying cars.
Yeah, I was there.
Big cleaned up situation. What was it like being there?
That's when I knew it was serious.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, okay. Well, so like, I'm Kofi's financial advisor right now. So we have a great relationship that way. We can check in. Well,
I'm here too. I'm here too, Sean. Just stuff out there and move on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, all right. Let me just pause real quick. Because he's like, hey man, how's my accounts doing? Do I need to come over there? Right? So
like to hurt you?
That's a lie. Yeah, it's focused on everything. They might not be made.
It all makes sense now. So that was an inaccurate statement. I was trying to make you laugh.
Yeah, because his voice is a little deeper when he says it, right? That's right.
Yeah.
So
trying to make me laugh. This is the pitch to try to get me.
Yeah. No doubt, right?
I got you.
He gonna get your money too. Don't worry.
I'm trying to get the whole new. I got 230.
Got the new day.
Hey, Coke, can I get on the podcast?
He's getting on the podcast. No, I can swim.
So wait, what are we supposed to be talking about right now?
You seen Kofi at MSG?
Oh yes. So he gave me tickets, right? And first of all, the tickets are outrageous. They're amazing tickets, seats, and I'm like, oh, this is great. And so, as his advisor, we're talking. The first thing I always ask both these guys is, how you feeling? You feel okay? How long do you think you can stay doing this? Oh man, it's always like we're having so much fun. We're having a great time, keep it going, right? And so, in your early days, it's like, I don't know how long it's gonna last for, right? So, we don't know. And when I saw you wrestle against Randy, and it was at MSG, and the seats had Randy's face on them, and you whomped him. And when you jumped and broke the table, we were like screaming. It was crazy, and I was like, and everybody, it was like, thousands of people screaming. I was like, yo, he's getting the respect that he deserves for all that hard work that he put in. That was awesome to see that. That was sick.
I forgot you were there.
That was like an all-time favorite moment.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, I was like, you were also like, you looked a little bit stronger back then.
You're just used to seeing me, You're just used to seeing me now. I'm still strong. You know what I'm saying? I'm still strong. You just used to seeing me now, you know.
But like that, it's been great to like watch from afar and see all you guys, right? Like it's been really cool.
Yeah. How'd you guys transition from your friendship that you had to you becoming a financial advisor for these guys?
Madden.
Hey, I win this game, I'm taking over your money.
You're on.
I got the headset on, and I'm like, yo, man, I'm doing like finance stuff. And he's like, oh, cool, man. It's the only time he wasn't talking smack.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool, man. And I'm like, oh, you shoot, like, who do you use? He's like, oh, I'm all covered. I got someone. And I just kind of put it out there. He's like, you know what? I'll take a call. So he took a call, and that was 12 years ago.
Yeah, which is crazy. And just kind of like to back up a little bit, and not to like bring it down or anything like that, but sometimes when we're at TV, you see a lot of people from back in the day come through, and sometimes it almost feels like they need to be there, need to be at TV to get like an extra payday or whatever. And I just feel like, man, we are living our dream and we're getting paid to do it. When it's all said and done, you should be financially set, and that's something that like a lot of people, especially early in their career, don't think about. And luckily, like on the on the Xbox or on the headset, we start talking about it, and I got to thinking, I'm like, man, I should think about like financial dependence, and whatnot, because I don't want to end up having to like begging my way to get on the television to get a payday. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that too, like to have somebody who you trust working your finances, to me is like of the utmost importance, because you hear about stories. I mean, gosh, who was it? LeVar Ball's son, I can't think of his name, with Big Baller Brand, Lonzo Ball. So they had the Big Baller Brand sneakers or whatever that were coming out, and then he found out that like his dad's best friend was supposed to be like organizing this whole thing, like ended up stealing millions of dollars worth of his money. Yeah. It's like, man, like and that guy was supposed to be trustworthy.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. So luckily, like with me and Strop, like we've had the relationship where we've known each other from, you know what I'm saying? I guess only a year in high school. But you know what I'm saying? Like I felt confident enough to trust you with my money, even to the point to then recommend E. And it's just one less thing you have to worry about.
That's right.
Someone you trust
that's
is able to handle your finances and make sure things are progressing in the way that you should. And I think a lot of wrestlers now, young wrestlers, need to prioritize that. You know what I'm saying? Like from the jump. I wish I had done this stuff earlier. Because by the time that we started talking, I think I was already like 3 years deep? 4 years deep or something like that. But you ended up getting in trouble. Yeah.
So the interesting thing is when you introduced me to E, I don't know you. I know Kofi.
Right.
And so like, I try to do a little research, Google you, and it's just like this crazy maniac dude, right? Like, right?
I mean, on TV, I guess I'm a little.
But I don't know you.
Right.
And then I talk to you on the phone. You're like, what's up, man?
What did you expect?
Yeah. The coolest, smoothest cat.
What's going on, bro?
Let's talk shit. No, but he was like, no, but I didn't know. I didn't know he was gonna be like this down to earth as he is, as cool as he is, right? Like everybody's different. You don't know, right? Like so, like it's good to be like hanging out with like young brothers who are trying to like do the right thing and have their head. Don't get shit. Have their heads on straight. Anyway,
you're over 30, right? You're over 30, right?
Not this big.